All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome in. All right. So I'm going to test the new scene setup. So I'm not clicking any buttons. See if this works. All right. Hold on. Work? Yeah, that worked. Okay, perfect. So I got like the auto hello world, hello boron. But yeah, I got this like new like auto scene switcher plugin, so I don't have to like manually fuck with the scenes, which is a huge pain in the ass. And I actually had the Talshar devs like change the little like title of the web page so that it was like easier to like switch back and forth. So this is very cool technology.
Oh, it's working?
Yeah, it's working. Lamau Play Kai. Yeah. So this is what we're doing today. We're playing Five Fables because we can. And that's the stream.
Oh, do you want iced coffee?
Yeah. Grab some coffee. Okay, but yeah, that's the meme. Otherwise, we're playing pretty much a stock standard list. I actually think like there's some argument to Plague Hive. I know like Rhea has been like Rhea Adams has been like poking around in the Marlynn channel a bit, and I think like the first thing I read that she said was like play Clive into like warriors or something. So like this is gonna be a very cool experiment, I guess. Watch this be the sauce. I highly doubt that like I think you can maybe get away with 4 fables. 5 fables seems like maybe a little excessive, but we'll give it a shot. And all right, let's go ahead and grab some games. But yeah, not much else to talk about the list. It's pretty much like stock standard for the most part, at least like stock standard by my standards. All right, let's go ahead. Grab the game. Oh, welcome in everyone. How's everyone doing? All right, we got Fatigue Pallades to start it off. I'm assuming it's Fatigue Pallades. All right, so I guess we're bringing in hard. I almost don't even want to tie up. I guess we do. I'm like halfway tempted to just bring in every arrow. Maybe we'll do like 2 Kraken. Just a tasteful amount of Krakens. All right, how many are they presenting? Let's take a look. So 66 to our 66. Okay. Bring them all the fables. Yeah. I think we brought in all the fables. Like 95% sure, didn't we? Could be wrong. But anyways, so yeah, the scene switch is working as you can tell. It's pretty tight. All right. Tegan has also brought me an iced coffee, which I've never had an iced coffee before. So this is gonna be a first time on stream drinking of an iced coffee. I want to give them here. Probably just blood rot, honestly. I actually like kind of want them to clash, but it's probably not right.
Watch this.
Watch this be the sauce, yeah. All right, let's try the iced coffee and see how it is. All right. Very bitter. It's not that bad. Do you put sugar in this?
What's up?
Do you put any sugar in it?
I did.
Oh, okay.
Why?
Maybe I just need more sugar.
You want me to grab the sugar?
Yeah.
I didn't know the...
Let me stir it a bit, maybe. Maybe it's at the bottom.
Stir a little bit here. Let me grab
Yeah.
the sugar.
I'm gonna start with the lone shark. I guess the question is whether or not we're making a Goldfin here. We already have the take aim, so like we can just fire. Or do something. Want to play out. I'm assuming a ripple. Fine. Why are we double ripple anyway? Okay. Fair enough, I guess. Cool story, bro. So the funny thing is, we now have not made a gold this turn. We haven't created or stolen a gold this turn. So you can just like discard the take aim, right? Sure. Interesting. So are we discarding the take aim or are we discarding the red fin? I feel like keeping the red fin safer. Nah, I'm gonna take the risky line. We're playing against a fatigue deck, so it's like a little suspect. Or a little more sugar in the iced coffee. Maybe it's just like not good enough for the light. Up a little green. see if I can like. It's like a... Alright, let's go ahead and ignore the hammer. This next hand's gonna slap. I guess we do have 2 ripple aways out of the way. I don't think I've ever seen a double ripple away. They also lost the class switches. I feel like Miller's is like not a good card into certain decks, and I feel like we're kind of one of them. Especially like if you're like a fatigue deck. I'll take 16 though. 16's not bad. Alright, we have not found any of our fables, which is unfortunate, but I guess it is only turn. Alright, so let me try the ice coffee with like a little bit more. Alright, taste test time. I think with a little bit more sugar, it's like not as bad.
What'd you say to me?
Yeah, with a little more sugar, it's not bad. It tastes like tea, kind of.
Good. It's the only way I like coffee.
I feel like what I'm discovering is that maybe I just like a lot of sugar in my coffee, which is probably not great for me. Okay, first one's a W. I was hoping for a budget list. Lol, I got. I'm sorry.
I mean, there is a budget.
Yeah, there is a budget. It's just a very large budget. We're actually gonna do like a budget, like a real budget list once Compendium releases, because like that's when I think like that'll matter more. Like for now, we're kind of just goofing around. But yeah, first game I guess is a W. Let's go. I will say the double rippler was kind of funny. I don't know that it was necessarily good though. All right. Oh, okay. We got the Marlynn mirror. All right, they're going first. I guess we're running Crown of Province. All right, good luck, have fun. So how many fables do we want to bring into Marlynn? Plague Hive, yes. Rich is probably also yes. And then what are we cutting? I feel like a rabble. Like a rabble or two. 2 rabbles and see how this goes. Oh, they're playing Hope Merchant. So what are we cooking here? Shuffle any number of cards from your hand in your deck and draw that many cards. Interesting. Huh. 60 cards. Interesting. So I want to hold on to this take aim ideally. I mean, it is a budget. That's true. Exactly. That's the point. That was the joke I made. So at some point, well, like once Compendium releases, we're like actually gonna do a budget build though. So if you're waiting for that, wait for Compendium. I think a lot of like actual serious video ideas I have are kind of just like in Compendium waiting room right now. Oh, Merchant, so it's spicy though. I thought I was the one playing the spicy deck, but apparently not. Interesting. I kind of actually just want to take a little filtering here. Yeah, I'm unironically just like quivering away the I'm hoping for like 2 blues off the top, but there are a couple other draws that are still fine. Getting 2 cards deeper is always nice. Worst case scenario, we can also just like blind fire the Kraken. Oh, they're also gonna quiver. Okay, touche. Fair enough. There's some very interesting turn 1 Marlynn action going on. Also, Tegan, does the audio sound okay?
Fair
enough.
Here,
Yeah, pull that shit up. I guess we'll go ahead and do. I guess they're more likely to have like a hand of all attacks than non-attacks. We can do this. Send in for 9. Arsenal Kraken. Hopefully do something next turn. They didn't have an arrow last turn.
Yeah, it sounds fine.
Okay. Checking. We had 3 cards out of them. I'm pretty happy with this. They also don't have... Oh, okay. This could be good. I guess they get a starting gold, which is... I'm kind of curious, like, what exactly they're doing over there. Well, I need to, like, look at, like, better. Alright, we got the red fin. Red fin 3. Are we doing, like, a pirate Marlin? What is this? The nice part is, like, we kind of don't have to care about this. We could also try to filter the, filter with crown. I think it's probably not worth it, though. Oh, the fuck just happened? Alright, I was blocking with that, and then I think it, like, removed it from the, thing there. Alright, so there we go. I'll go like that. Wait, oh, okay. Hold on. Alright, technical difficulty. There we go. So we play out the loan shark and draw a blue off the top, we're cooking. If we don't draw a blue, we're not cooking. I think we're gonna go for it though. Because worst case scenario, we can always just like fire a crap arrow. Alright, blue off the top's nice. It's pretty clean. You might be asking why we're running Chrono Province to Marlin, but we are going second. So that's the main reason. I guess it's like still kind of fine though. I don't know. Like we kind of always assume that your opponent is running Gold Crown, and then you basically like kind of just play any other headpiece you have, basically. Interesting. They didn't want to block with the Call the Big Guns. Go ahead and grab that. So we got a good gold lead here, which is at least nice. And it looks like they're maybe trying to go for like a bullseye type thing. So this is pretty good. We might just be getting time walked here. Unlucky. I think that's fine though. You give them 2 golds, go to 8. Or we go to 27. I don't think we can full block this, right? I think we just want to get them to a situation where we can Arsenal the Kraken and like just discard. But yeah, pretty good catch of the day turn from. Alright, let's go and just discard to loan. It's not terrible for us though. We can catch them in a situation where they go for like just a 8 arrow. We can actually probably like cover that pretty clean. So this will mean that we have to block with the take game. It's not too bad. We could. Well, they don't have hook, right? So block like full blocking this doesn't matter. Yeah, so I guess we just give up both of these. Seems okay. Let's turn over, I guess. It's our loan shark. The opponent's got an interesting setup here, but like, I don't know. A little suspect. I think I'm not even supposed to go for hook in this scenario. So they are playing some weird shit. I actually haven't seen like a deer react though. So how unsafe is hook? They've used 2 sunken treasures. Otherwise, there's not actually a ton of. So if they draw a hand of like all reacts here and we haven't seen a react, I guess that's just unlucky. I think like threatening this gold is kind of important though. Because if we can like deny a way to reload, that's pretty big. Like it seems like they're not on reacts, which is kind of interesting. Alright, so all non-attacks makes sense. So they're gonna have a pretty good hand next turn. But no gold is at least nice. Curious what the arsenal is here. They could also just like trench away their arsenal and like load something like that. Our hand next turn is not bad, though, if we get to keep Codex 2 blues. Like, if they go for a shark here, we're actually in pretty good shape. This is kind of actually like one of those games where I think they've just drawn more 3-oaks than us. A little unlucky, but not. Uh-oh, okay. This is actually not that bad if they don't have a catch of the day, which they don't. Interesting. So we could actually just let them hit, and then they take... Our hand is basically all duplicates, right? Which is kind of funny. Again, blocking's not super profitable here. I think we just say okay on this. Obviously would like to find 3-oak or something at some point. So I think here we're actually going to start cracking some gold just to see if we can get a little bit over. We are slowly kind of dying a little bit. Okay, gold the tip could be good. And crack, I think. King Shark is bad. Could be better. So now we need to go one deeper. I think, right? We need a blue here to use up Tunic. Okay. So we're kind of at status quo here at least, I guess, and we can still keep taking their gold. But I did obviously want to play out that Codex this turn. We've seen like a lot of our reds for what it's worth. I feel like 5th red harpoon's like a little unlucky. We've also not seen any. Where are fables? Damn, playing budget Marlyn over here, like actual budget Marlyn. All right, so peek at their hand. All right, it's nothing. So they're running like Seek and Destroy and stuff. So a real question is whether or not they're gonna actually like have an arrow to put all that stuff on. So maybe. Seek. All right. Oh yeah, I thought they played the Codex. Maybe not. All right, it's coming in for 13. Pretty good. Seek and Destroy is also mildly annoying. So how much armor do we have? We actually cover this, right? We have 6 armor here, or no, we can't full cover. Or what? One off full covering? Close. So we could try to cycle this catch of the day into a non... Or we could also just let them take it. Semi-reasonable. Our opponent's putting up like a really good fight here, actually. They might actually be like winning this. So I think debating whether it's correct or not to cycle this. I think it's actually right to just like let them have this here and just preserve armor to stop an on-hit next turn. It's weird. Because we can always steal the gold back here, which is at least a little bit nice. And getting out Marlyn here is super bad. Okay, so we at least get to steal this gold back, hopefully. An arrow will also be coming in for 1 less, which is kind of funny. So we need them like brick off an arrow that's relevant from Arsenal. Something like that. And at least the Ponder does get around the Seek and Destroy, so it's not like too bad here. This is pretty interesting, though. Oh, are they intentional? Oh, they're intentionally discarding to get a arrow. So do we want to take the King Shark or the Kraken? That's actually a good decision point here. I feel like Kraken's still correct, right? Most of their blues are attack actions, though. If we can prevent them from playing a blue, maybe that's actually better. But I guess I'm like more afraid of like 3-oak, right? I think. They played 2 3-oaks, though. I think it's probably still King Shark then. Interesting decision point. So they're gonna get Kraken. They discarded a bluefin. I'm like mildly afraid of 3 oak, but they've already drawn 2 of them. So if they draw the third, I guess just unlucky. Hey, Flesh and Bat, I was wondering, what are your thoughts on Hooding in terms of what matchups to use it in, and does it hurt the deck in terms of losing the starting gold from Crown? So in a lot of scenarios, they're actually like very similar cards, Honing Hood and oh, unlucky again. So I guess they can't overpower at least unless they do some. They have to like pitch everything here, so I guess it's not even that bad. So we let theirs go, right? And we okay, we draw the riches, which is classic. So we do want to Arsenalist because we have Crown of Province, right? But yeah, so like Honing Hood versus Crown of like I think Honing Hood's actually like a really good budget option for Dominion. There's like one use case though for the starting gold where you're gonna definitely feel it, and that's like the first big game trophy shot you play. So like normally the way also I'm just gonna go ahead and start blocking here. The way you can like think about the starting gold is like you can often like discard like big game trophy shot, right? And that makes Dominion I think like preferable if you have access to it. But Honing Hood like does the same thing probably about 90% of the times, right? Like it only hurts you in the case where you like want to have that starting gold either for like a portside exchange or like a big game trophy shard, like some way to like discard the harpoon basically. But yeah, that's where you're probably gonna feel it the most. I think I'm gonna block with the salvage here. I think we might have just barely gotten here. Our opponent was actually doing some kind of crazy stuff, but we found our first 3 up, which is pretty good. Now I just need some way to push it over the top, so we need like any buff here. But yeah, these situations where you're gonna feel the 3 up the most are just like your first like gold enabler basically. So I'll keep that. I think I actually keep both, right? Just in case they somehow manage to block some of this. Pass. Pre-med. We know the top card's 3 oak. We found all of the 3 oaks. It's very funny. So I guess I'll overpitch 1 probably is fine. Should hopefully get there. All right, cool. We got there. All right, what was our opponent cooking? We got to take a look at this. Good game. I will not do a rematch on that one. I'm sorry though. All right, so let's take a look at this. So they have the overcrowdeds. They have this looks like pretty standard. They're running a lot of blues, like a lot of weird blues also. Very interesting. It looks like they're also like pretty buff heavy as well with like the lace with blood rots and the seek and destroys and the tox. I feel like there's something here. This is actually kind of interesting. I was actually hyped for a budget. Oh, I promise we're gonna do the budget stuff like eventually, but like once Compendium release. That's basically my plan, right? Because like right now, like people can play budget decks for basically like what is it, like 2 weeks until Compendium starts like getting spoiled, and there's not like a ton of like real great incentives. And for now, we're like just goofing around while we wait for the new set. But we will be. I promise we will be doing like an actual budget Marlin at some point. But actually, I think I already have a video that's budget Marlin, don't I, Tegan? Tegan can hear me. But I think I do have like a budget Marlin somewhere. Anyways, let's go ahead and try to grab another one. I'll see if I can like find that video and actually put it in the description. Like open it. Yeah. All right, we're playing against the Marionette. First or second? We always want second. This is one of those matchups where we like do not want fables at all. We do want to tie at least. Kind of rabble. I think it's what I normally do. We could try the Plague Hive. It's funny. All right, let's try the Plague Hive for the memes. If it gets Codex of Inertia, though, I'm quitting. Let's do that. All right. Yeah. Once Compendium releases, we're gonna do it. But let me actually find that other budget Marlin. I know I did like a budget Marlin at some point. Let me find that. Switch to the Flesh and Bad. All right, so ideally we want to try to hold on to the Codex or the 3 oak here, obviously. So I think let's actually just give them the rot here. I think it's fine. If they want to pump on this, I'm like kind of okay with that. I feel like the more blues marionettes have been running, like the harder it gets to block claves. Like if you see a blue in pitch, I often like will kind of underblock the first clave. So am I okay if they want to deal 1 damage to me, make me discard the salvage? I think I am. I'm just gonna let them have this. So I actively want to take damage here so that they clear their own mark. Even if it means I might take a little on the rest of the turn. Like worst, I'm just taking like another like 0 for 3 or something. So I can take 4 to hold on to the 3 oak now. I feel like that's still worth it though. I think that's still worth. Again, letting them not get the mark is like pretty relevant. All right, so let me find that budget Marlynn video. I'm actually gonna try to post that. I think it was a video. If I remember correctly. Oh yeah, I think it was this one. Hold on. Copy link. Okay. All right, we definitely did do a little budget Marlynn. All right, so what are we doing here? This is actually a pretty nice hand. I don't think it matters. I actually probably just top, right? I think I actually want to send Redfin over anything. Draw the Redfin. Draw this. Guarantees that we can send the Redfin here. I guess that's fine. Alright, so let me post this in the... Where's the YouTube? Alright, here's the actual like budget Marlynn thing we did. It's like a little outdated, but it's like mostly there. But like you can probably take that list as like a decent starting point at least. Alright, so we got Redfin. I want to send the Redfin here just in case we get the hook value, right? And let's keep... I think I want to hold on to Tipple. No. Maybe I want to actually just get rid of the Tipple. Maybe just hold on to the battering. Unrelated, but I find it hilarious that hard fatigue Pleiades is basically free for Marlynn, right? So much time to sculpt turns. It kind of is. Oh, are you Howdy from the last game? Hello. Welcome in. Yeah, your deck's really interesting. But it is kind of funny that, like, Marlynn does have, I think, a pretty good time into, like, non-disruptive fatigue decks. It is one of, like, the nice things about her. Alright, pitching Codex is nice for us. So now, question is whether or not I want to give up Sea Lace, which I think I probably do, honestly. You can flick their other Clave. They want to just, like, get a free transform. But I don't think they want to probably do that. I think I'm just going to battering them here. Oh, yes, GG. Yeah, that was a cool deck. I think you're cooking something there. I don't know what, but you're cooking. But yeah, I feel like Marlynn does actually have like a pretty nice time into fatigue Pleiades, or just like in general like non-disruptive fatigue is where it shines. Oh, do I have the deck list on Fabry or the All Fables deck list? Yeah, let me go ahead and post that in chat real quick. It's also it should be in the video description. Maybe maybe I didn't do that either. I'll post it in chat here. This is just this is like a meme list more than anything, so I don't know if you actually want this list, but you're welcome to it. All right, Spinneret plus. I put in the Krakens in this matchup, right? I hope I did. I might have blanked and actually brought in King Shark. I hope I actually brought in the correct harpoons here. So they have a Mark of the Black Widow, which they can flick again. But no, they're not even going to go for that. Oh. They're just going to hold on to that. So given that they're not... we know this card is just Mark of the Black Widow, I think I'm fine to just let them... Or just soak up a little bit of damage here since we have the 3 Oaken Arsenal. Alright, so let me catch the day. I'm hoping to get like a better harpoon off the top, but we'll make do. Right, that is a better harpoon. This will also make their D-Reacts a bit more. I just wanted to check the max pricing on Fabry splits out, just 30k. Yeah, casually. Yeah, this is a little bit of a pricey deck. Average fab deck, I think. I lovingly title this Rent Payment Marlin. So funny.
Wasn't the original description like the deck that is possible to afford?
Yeah, it's a deck you could play, or it's a deck you could afford
Yeah, like,
theoretically.
fully acknowledging that this is dumb.
Yeah, that's pretty dumb. Oh, they didn't want to play. Okay, interesting. So they have Mark of the Black Widow and 2 D-Reacts. I guess I'm fine with that. They didn't want to play out any D-Reacts? Interesting. Huh. They could have pitched the blue there and just like double reacted or whatever. Maybe not. Well, now we don't have to like play around anything though, other than just like Mark of the Black Widow, which is easy enough. Mark. You could give up Tunic here, which I think is reasonable. Don't love it. But we know it's like guaranteed safe, right? They get to flip, they get to hold on to D-React. Sorry, another question. How do you navigate the Prism matchup? ALS makes me nervous, lol. So I don't think about the Prism matchup much, but like most of the times when I play the Prism matchup, it's basically I could actually just like double block this. What happens if I just get hit by this, actually? We take 4, they get to follow up with like a Graphene, and then they can't do anything with the rest of their turn. Because it's double D-React. I think I'm actually supposed to just take the damage here. So we discard either the Yellowfin or a Lone Shark. I guess we'll discard 1 Lone Shark, I think that's fine. But so the Prism matchup, I basically... What I have found success in, and the like 4 times I played the Prism matchup, I've like won the last 4 times I've probably played against Prism. But the best thing to do is just kind of like kill them. Like just kind of go first, basically like send as many harpoons at face as possible, and just like make them ALS you basically. There's not really like much else you can really do in that matchup. Like killing auras is like pointless. Like sending attacks at angels is pointless. You just have, like send everything at face and just try to like out damage them basically. That's kind of like my takeaway. Do we want to? I'm gonna crack a little gold here. I think I'm gonna crack like 1 gold. Let's see. Got like a decent number of pumps. Oh, we drew the Plague Hive. Sick. All right. Gaming. Oh, I only dropped battering again. Plague Hive Gaming here. So let's. All right. What are we gonna give them, chat? Let's see. Oh, Inertia. Okay, that's actually not bad. Fascinating. Was that good? Who knows? Could have been good. They have 2 D-Reacts for what it's worth, so I guess it is good. Because they can't like sandbag a D-React here, they have to like play both of them. So they have 6 block, 2 cards in hand. I think this is good for us. Oh, we've also seen 2 T-Tox out of the way, which is nice. Alright, Plague Hive Gaming. Obviously, I think like Frailty is probably like the most insane one you can hit against Marionette, but we'll settle for Inertia. I think that's fine. Basically like 2 free value, right? So hoping for more of a warrior turn here than an assassin turn. I need to drink more of this iced coffee. Yeah, with a little more sugar, it's growing on me. It's persuasive. Mildly annoying. We could just send like a random crappy Oh, we're not marked though is the issue, so they can pump this to 5. So that's kind of rough. I guess in that case we just give 2 blocks. We let the persuasive hit. They take a blue or a yellow, we're kind of sad. Maybe we are supposed to let this hit, though. If they take a red, it's really good for us, right? I don't let this hit. Yeah, so you just gotta erase them, basically. Oh, they did hit a red. Okay, that's actually really good for us. But yeah, you have to race Prism. Like, you can't just, like, play passive. You have to, like, race and pop, basically, right? That's kind of like the main takeaway, I guess. Letting that persuasive hit was actually really good for them. Not being able to flip this game is like doing us a lot of favors. So we can get that Ector leave now, but we don't really care. And then the question, I guess, is like, do we want to go for just YOLO hook? It's tempting. So the thing on YOLO hook, they could give us Maska to see this coming in for 13. So they have 2 attack reacts plus a D react. 2 attack reacts plus a D react plus this. They would need a blind flip into trapdoor to fully cover. I feel like this is actually safe. It's weird, but if they give up flick, I'm also like fine with this. So they would need to have like 2, like a red D react here, and then 2 3 blocks, one of which has to be react in order to fully clear this. Also interesting, they're just popping the Reaper's Call. Oh, I guess they can do that too. Oh, now they can actually flip into trapdoor, which is like mildly more. Okay, interesting. Still not that bad for us though. They had to like give us a lot of stuff to do this if they do want to like full clear. So they then de-react here with the trapdoor or layer of spider. I feel like that was still like a reasonable hook though. Thanks for the insight, by the way. I really appreciate it. Taking Marlynn to RTN this weekend, sink or swim. Nice. I'm gonna tentatively retire from Marlynn until we get more cards. Ooh, I'll hold on to that. Actually, like, this is kind of fine that we like traded hook for their armor suite. I'm like kind of okay with that. And then since their trapdoor isn't buffing or anything, I think we just give them this, right? Send another battering bolt next turn. You have to be a little bit more careful with our gold going forward now, but we did buy a lot of tempo, which is at least nice. So now the question is battering for 14 versus just a normal Goldfin. We've used all of our 3 oaks and we pitched a codex. We have like 1 codex left in first cycle. So I guess in that case we should actually just send the Goldfin here, I think. Because getting the extra gold generation might actually matter a lot here. For what it's worth, we did get rid of Tunic, which is nice. So like they had to trade some of their equipment for our hook, which is always good. Hook taking Tunic is a strong... Yeah, I'm actually like kind of fine with it. I was just thinking about this. Like, I think taking... So they had to mark us on our turn, so they discard a card. They then had to like play... I think it was still like a reasonable hook, in my opinion. Like, we basically got a lot for what we put in, I think. And then we also get to sit on a battering bolt for next turn. I don't think we can unfortunately block with this hand. Just let them have it. So hoping for a non-disruptive turn here. But at least the nice part about this is their daggers are like a little bit worse. Because they just don't have Tunic now. It's T-Tox also. So hoping last card is not Codex here. Please? Oh, Codex. It's not the end of the world. Could actually just let them have this. And then just send 13. Like pretty reasonable. We go to 8. They don't get to transform. That's close. I don't think there's really a profitable block though, because unfortunately we don't have another 3 block. If we had 3 block, I'd probably give up Tunic here. I think we just gotta let this happen. Battering bolt's overrated too, though. Pretty good. So I'm hoping this Kraken should do some work here. I feel like no super crazy draws this game, though. Interesting setup on their end. They're like a lot more like attack oriented. It's like it's Fate. Oh, we get a Codex. Fantastic. Alright, that's pretty big for so Kiss of Death in hand. One other unknown card in Arsenal. I think we're cooking here. Hitting that Codex was super big for us. So what is this? I don't have T-Tox anymore. It's nice. I guess the question is like, do we die if we don't block? And I think the answer is yes, right? Because they can go to the point and kill us. Like, Detox is out of the way, so it is profitable to block now. We've drawn all of our big arrows. Or no, we still have like one more Kraken. Or no, we used the battering. So I think we actually get rid of the Kraken and just go for damage now. I feel like this makes sense. I'm assuming that they're going to go for like knives here. Okay, they're just going to let this happen. Okay, I think this is actually not bad for us. And so we're looking for either playable arrow. Do we want to stop here? We could just stop here and send Goldfin for 15, which would demand at least one card from hand. And also give us the Ponder, which is pretty good. I guess the question is, like, can we do better, though? Not sure that we can. I think we're stopping here. Like, I don't think there's anything we can really... Like, we've used all our 3 oaks, which is awkward. I don't think there's anything, yeah. Like, there's nothing we draw off the top that, like, helps us with 1 gold, I think. We get 2 cards from them here. I think we're in good shape. We get a lot of Deer as well. They may have like 1 more Fate left. Okay, 2 card Marionette hand, no Tunic. I think we're gaming. So we allow this Clave to hit. How many dagger buffs, I guess, have they used? Looks like they're not super like. They have Incision. So they incision to the point. That could be scary. We could use the Sunken Treasure block. How many codexes have we seen? We've seen 2 codex. I think we can't afford to play scared. Like, if they have, like, double dagger buff here, I don't think we can really beat that. I already just saved my blocks for, like, a more opportune time. Mark of the Black Widow. We should try to block this, I think. And the question is with what? Trophy shot being a little bit awkward here. I think this trophy shot needs to probably take the block. Hit us again, it's not that bad though. Alright, take up the man. What does that turn in? That turns into Kiss. Does that kill us? It deals 4. Or they get to go again, flick Calicera. Oh, that might actually kill us. So 4, 5. Oh, that does kill us. Shit. Damn. Yeah, take out the mantle pretty good there. Or no, yeah, it does kill us. Oh, unfortunately. Because now they can just flick the other thing. GG's. That was a close one, though. I feel like if we lined it up a little bit better, maybe. I think them eating the tunic or the hook there was pretty bad. It wasn't like that bad though. Like we lost out on maybe like 2 extra hooks after that point. Interesting. I feel like there was like a weird sequence of draws that game I can't really identify. Yes, you died. I was mentally thinking you had to block with Tunic and Sunken, pitching Blood Rot to Arsenal, discarding, and loading Goldfin. So the awkward thing if we give up Tunic there is if we... So we trophy shot, right? We discard, draw blue. I guess we could have given up the Tunic. If we have the Tunic, though, we're still in bad shape. Because we, like, block... We have to block the Tunic on the Kiss of Death. Or we don't know it's a Kiss of Death, right? We have to block the Tunic on the Kiss of Death, and then they take us to 3, and then we have to also block on the Calicera, which is awkward. I feel like there's definitely like something we could have done that game. I feel like maybe the actual answer was just like draw better. Yeah, I feel like some of our draws were just a little bit awkward. I think the one turn they also blew up our hook was like a pretty decent trade for them. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can get another one though. Oh no. Let's make a new lobby. Playing as Dio. All right, get first, which is nice. And just our normal stuff. Yep, seems good. No fables, unfortunately, for this matchup, I think. I just assume they have to take up the mantle for how far into the game you were. That's actually a good point. I feel like I wasn't really thinking about taking the mantle because I don't feel like a ton of people play that card. Or maybe at least not that I've seen. Don't want a Blood Rod here, obviously. I don't want to just like filter a bit here. I'm just filtering. Yeah, if more Araknis are playing take up the mantle, I guess that's something to think about a little bit more. Which matchup is the play Kai for? We're finding out together. I don't actually know. It's kind of more of a meme than anything. The mixed Mario lists run 2 of them on average. Interesting. So like from what I understand, the like dagger marionettes are like kind of better, at least like from what I've heard from like Taylor and stuff. Unfortunately, we have to pitch the King Shark here. Actually, I wonder if it's better to... King Shark is like super powerful into Dio. I think we might actually just have to accept our losses in Arsenal this. Feels pretty bad. Yeah, I think we have to. King Shark is so strong in this matchup. Like resolving the first King Shark is super important. We could have actually Arsenaled the pre-med if we knew we were cracking the gold. Actually, I think that was better, right? Because we had the choice between Bluefin and the pre-med, right? All right, that's actually good. A good learning at least. I'd say on average the dagger does have bad matchups if they are expecting things like Dories around. A lot of the Dories have come out of the woodwork, especially with Florian leaving. Okay, interesting. Maybe the Marionette lists are like pivoting to the more like attack focused stuff. Interesting. From like what I've seen recently, maybe it's just like evolving meta, that kind of thing, but like I feel like still the best lists are like more attack react focused. The matchup's still like pretty rough though. Feels like there's a lot less room for error on like the Marlynn side. Oh, GG's. Were you the Marionette I was playing against? Yeah, he played that pretty well. I think I had a couple awkward draws that game. It happens. Right. We got the equipment out of the way though, which is really the double shark draw. Full troll. I guess it's not that bad. We block with this shark. We Arsenal Codex, ideally. Yeah, I still think that matchup's like pretty 50-50, and like even then it's like feels like slightly Marionette favored, like maybe like 2 or 3 percentage points. Alright, we got boom grenaded. Or I guess we got boom grenaded after the fact. Interesting. I don't think there's any real world where we're staving off the boom grenade here, so I'm gonna just try to block on the last thing they do. Try to play on pulse wave more than at least we know the shark is connecting. So from this spot, I don't think they would have pulse wave unless they have it in arsenal. In which case, I think we just block now. Because there's some chance they can just like play out a item pass or something, and then we're like stuck with an extra card. I feel like 45-55, and when the Marlin doesn't get good 3 oaks, it's like 40-60. Yeah, that's kind of what it feels like. I feel like our 3 oaks were like fine that game, but nothing like crazy. They're pretty like mid 3 oaks if I'm being honest. So this should be a free hook if I'm not mistaken. So we have 1, 3, 5 or 1, yeah, 1 3 1 3 3. Yeah, okay, so free hook. I'm like 70% into Marlin on 20 games. That's fair. I think that matchup is like kind of fundamentally favored for Marionette, but I think that also there are a lot of bad Marlin players. A little bit of both. I do think like even I do struggle in that matchup though, but like the margin for error in that matchup is like very very small. So if you like make a mistake, it's like pretty rough. It's interesting. I think maybe Shark is still better into that variant of Marionette. There are a lot of bad Marlin players. Yeah, it's true. I mean, I might be one of them realistically. Uh, so they have the Tekla core out. I don't have any items in the bin, but they could very easily get one. I feel like Pulse Wave is like the most annoying card here. Is that crazy? Um, like I almost like want them to play out the heist because it's not that bad for us right now. But maybe it's like too risky. You can also just take the Fast and Furious here. Is that crazy? I'm gonna take the Pulse Wave and just play it a little bit safe. I feel like there are a lot of decisions in that hand. Pulse Wave is like the most annoying, I feel like, though. So they start on the 0. They have 2 floating. Not banished an item yet. But yeah, like the mix of like non-attacks, like the constant struggle with like Marionette is just like you don't know what the list compositions are as Marlin, so like it gets harder if your opponent's like playing a list or playing like a distribution of cards that you're not expecting, right? Because it makes choosing the harpoon also pretty tough. All right, so their heist is still useless here, at least until they like boost an item off the top or whatever. So I feel like I still stand by that decision, maybe. Yeah, mixed is spooky if you like don't bring in King Shark, right? That's almost why I still just like bringing in King Kraken and King Shark, even though I know Taylor would be upset at me. Oh wow, they're still not hitting any items off the top. That's kind of funny. I guess I was justified in not caring about this heist. Part of me almost wants to just pad the life total just a tiny bit here. Because like we don't really need to play out this Lone Shark, right? Like the three life this saves might actually be better than 2 gold given our current position. I think that's reasonable. Alright, so they do get a Cerebellum off the top, which is pretty good. They're gonna end on an Arsenal. Then we get to take the best card out of their hand. Like, I think I honestly like if that list becomes a little bit more popular, I think that it's pretty reasonable for Marlins to just kind of like pivot to assuming that the marionettes are more like attack action builds. I'll have to see how the meta shakes up, I think. So I assume we're just getting shot here. Kind of curious that they didn't crank that. Or did they crank it? I don't think they cranked it, right? Should be able to hit him with another bonds next turn. Which I imagine will stave off most of the damage. Do we want to crack gold here, or do we want to just take the safe 13? I kind of just want to take the safe 13. I feel like I'm playing like safe today. Still probably pretty good here. And the frailty also might be pretty annoying. We haven't really used our fables all that much today. I guess we had that one Pallades game in the beginning. We need to find like a fatigue deck to play against. I feel like the fatigue matchup might be pretty interesting with 5 fables. Alright, King Shark, take the best card out of their hand. Let's take a peek. Alright, so they have Max Speed, T-Bone, Boom Grenade, Tekla Core. So isn't the best thing to just take your T-Bone? I think. Because if they have a boost card in here, they would still need 2 other boost cards, which means that they have to hit a backup protocol red off the top right to fully play out the max V. So I think we just try to leave them with a hand that doesn't do anything, right? That's like the best policy here. The Technical Core's pitch. Like I think we just hope that they can't resolve the max V. That's maybe our best shot. We could also just take the max V, be safe. Is also reasonable. I don't actually know here. Like I'm kind of fine with them playing the T-Bone. Maybe we just take this on the outside chance that they don't hit like a red backup protocol, which they have 3 in the deck presumably. Maybe we're taking the max V there just to be safe. Because the rest of that hand is like kind of trash, right? And then we just need to save off like 15 damage here. Alright, so they have 2 blue T-Bones here. Okay, so yeah, we're fine. Yeah, I actually don't know if we know all of the fables and legendaries. I know what our spoiler is, but I'm not going to tell you that.
It's secret.
It's a secret.
Tune in on February 4th.
Yeah, February 4th, we're going to be doing our spoiler. I think it's a cool one. I'm excited about it. Who knows? Could be something Marlynn related. Could be something not Marlynn related.
Could be anything.
Could be anything. Maybe I have secret information that you don't have.
I mean, you do have secret
I
information.
do have secret information. Yeah,
We literally know of a card that
Yeah,
other
we
people don't.
maybe. Who knows? Ooh.
Ooh.
All right, let's go ahead and just pop all our gold here. Let's do it. Let's make sure they're thoroughly dead here. There we go. All right, they're cooked. Put a fork in them. They should be done here, unless we like brick horrifically. I guess there's always the world where we draw our other 2 3 oaks and then like a red. Nah, that's never gonna happen. All right, there we go. Now we can hit them with the nice thick harpoon here. Just nice little 18 to end it on. I think it's not bad. And common or rare because that's supposed to be announced pre-February. Yes, that's true. I think all the content creators actually got M's, from what I understand. But again, I can't verify that. Maybe it's an M. Who knows? Maybe it's not an M.
It could even be a new rarity.
Yeah, it could be a new rarity.
Omega legendary.
Yeah, Omega legendaries.
And it's required for every deck. You don't have
generic mega legendaries.
If you don't have one, you suck at it.
Teens rubbing in. Yeah, I think our spoiler is actually really cool. I'm very hyped about it. We got a very cool video plan that we have to get Alex to come help us with. Okay, we can't do another deal. We gotta find someone we can use our fables into. That's the one step. I have to make an attempt to find a fatigue deck.
Made a storyboard.
Yeah, we have like a storyboard for the spoiler too, which is very funny. Super commons, exactly. Now you're thinking outside the box.
Okay.
Okay, so this should be fatigue, theoretically. Alright. Let's fat tech all our fables. I don't even think we're bringing in the battering bolts. I'll just run like this. Imagine that being, hey guys, I got the Plague Hive reprint that is one of the fables in the set, not the gold packs. Oh, wait, did they announce Plague Hive is getting reprinted? Interesting. I didn't see that one. You could also be trolling, I have no idea. Okay, so it looks like we're on fatigue, we have 65. Let's just go ahead and fire a Yellowfin here. Or whatever we get off the top. Less than thrilled about the red draw. But it should still be fine. I mean, our Salty game, and that's probably okay. Kind of just want to send something every turn against Fatigue Girl. Because generally they're not super disruptive. So we can just get like a couple cards out of them here. I think I'm happy with this. No, it's not being released, but if there are actually 5 Fables, 2 Gold Pack exclusive, and 2 Pen exclusive, it'd be possible. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I guess that could actually work. Okay, CNC on next turn. I guess they stay at 40 here. It's fine. So I guess I almost don't even want to Arsenal's take aim, but I probably should anyways. If they just go for like CNC for 6, we block 6. I think that's... What does this hand want us to do? We send Drill Shot for 5. Okay, they're pitching the CNC. Fascinating. Huh. They didn't want to send... Or, yeah, maybe... I feel like they do want to send it, right? Okay, that seems better. So we got a Remembrance we do have to keep track of. I imagine they're probably not on... Most of them are not on Pummel, though. They shouldn't be, at least. So we do need to find our gold generator. The one downside, I guess, of sending something on turn 1 is that the gold generation, like we were using our starting gold, which always feels bad. I guess I thought it was kind of fine to take game as kind of like the backup. Maybe not, though. Should still be okay here, though. We like take a couple off turns against Fatigue Girl. It's not like a huge deal. Seems like they're just gonna go for Rampart plus like D-React here. Can confirm the Sane Earls are not on Pummel main board, yeah. I think it's just a little too cute right now. This matchup, we just want to focus on getting the max value out of our cards as much as we can. Alright, so we do want to find our Loan Shark, Riches, other stuff as kind of a priority here. His hand is like close. I guess not anymore. Mildly annoying. So we could actually just block with the King Shark. The problem is if we take it, we'd like lose the value, right? That's not great. But if we don't take it, then we're kind of stuck with this hand. What is the correct block here? I think we are blocking, fortunately. We can actually shuffle back some Harpoons with the Quiver if we want to. But then we're like leaving this here. I think we're just like IPing with this or just like bottoming these. It's probably fine. They'll run out of CNCs hopefully soon. I don't really want to use armor yet either. So I think we're just filtering this hand, hoping to find like 3 Oak or any number of other good cards. Loan Shark would also be really good with the Trophy Shot. This hand. It's kind of a disaster scenario a little bit. I feel like maybe popping that starting gold was actually bad. Maybe the fatigue value is not worth making sure we can actually like play our turns. Still like Blood Rot here, just for a little bit of value. Yeah, these are some Runeblade hands, let me tell you. Alright, put out the Crumble as well, which is fine. Could be better. At least he gets to filter this hand again, which is exciting. We also need them to not keep this CLV around. Catch here. Yeah, them breaking Hook is also very scary now, given these fortunate draws. Unlucky. So I think maybe the lesson learned here is to don't pop that starting gold that early. I thought it was safe with the take game, but if they hit with us back to back with 2 CNCs, that's kind of how we lose that, right? This hand could do something. We need them to not keep the CLF around, though. Which they don't have a ton of ice cards in the deck, so maybe it's semi-feasible. Ooh, another Frozen Rough. Yikes. Ouch. This is basically like worse. This is like the nightmare scenario, I think. Unlucky. At least they don't keep the seal off around though. Losing hook is actually not that bad if we're going for like the late game riches stuff. Could be better, could be worse. So how do we want to do this? We have a frostbite. K5 the hammerhead. We do have tunic as well. So let's play the Golden Tip, pitch the Plague Hive, and just see what we give them. Alright, we might be able to do something here. Let's hope. Alright, giving the Blood Rot's actually not bad. So now... the awkward thing... the awkward thing... oh, we actually should... no, we should have actually pitched the eye first, right? To inform our draw. Ah, shit. That was actually better. So I guess we can fix ourselves, or we can fix the scenario by activating Hammerhead first. I guess is fine. But we should have definitely pitched the eye first, right? Okay, so we need any arrow here, so which means we bottom both of these. Ooh, this could be dangerous. Okay, let's try it. This might be just like non-game Marlynn draw. Let's see. Okay, we drew a bluefin, huge. This can work. Kind of. So we have to pitch the 3-oak here, which is like the awkward part. Oh, you have to like, ugh. I guess we're getting rid of the 3-oak. Yikes. Okay. Could be better. 3-oak, if you think about it, is like 0 value though, right? Just pretend 3-oak. Like, 3-oak is just pitch, right? You gotta think of it as just like not a power card. Codex is a power card. 3-oak is just a fake card, right? These have been a little bit unfortunate draws though. Don't worry, we got the late game play pipe though. That'll save us. If we actually hit a blue here and like reset our gold, we're probably in business though. And getting the trophy shot connects, it's also pretty big for us, I think. Anything else we got here? I might still be in trouble if they can full cover this. Okay, they didn't cover. Great. Do they have a blue in hand? No, sigil. Okay, this is not that bad. Play the sigil, bounce back up. So they are 100% making harpoon, but that just has the high tide that does a buttload of damage. Oh, they're making a harpoon that just has the high tide that does a buttload of damage. Your spoiler, yeah, I want 3-card 14 in Marlynn that just does high damage. I don't know. That could be what our spoiler is. Could also not be what our spoiler is. Let's make sure we're drawing the guy as well. Okay, this hand's nice. Needs a little bit of help though. It's the riches is a free roll here though. Maybe it's Marlynn hype. Maybe it's also not Marlynn hype. You have no idea. So let's go ahead and this. At least like losing hook, like we still do have access to riches, so it's like kind of okay. Yeah, it could definitely be a Marlynn spoiler. It could also not be a spoiler. We will see on February 4th. Yeah, the high tide mechanic is pretty cool. I think they were trying to get us to run like Conquer and stuff to do the high tide stuff, but we kind of know how that ended up. The conk.
Like conk.
I too like conk. All right, last CNC out of the way at least. I guess in that case, do we even Arsenal here? Fucking, I'm skipping Arsenal here. I don't want to give them cards. No, just hammer me. Go for it. I've actually been playing Puffin locally, and it's been crazy good into Kasai Gravy Field. Oh, nice. Everbloom going. And so you do get to like hold on to the CNC in Arsenal, which is I guess a little bit annoying, but now we can just play around it for the rest of the game. So what does this hand want to do? I just take 3. So we can Codex and just fire off like a Limp Kraken. I think it's like the best play. I don't think Kraken Gold here is correct. Because there's always like the downside we don't draw blue. A lot of awkward draws. The nice thing is we do have the Quiver of Abyssal Depths as well. We probably could have gotten away with arsenaling the Codex Supplanter out there. I don't think it would have been terrible. I've been hearing good things about Boost Puffin. Someone messaged me saying that Boost Puffin is basically like Zen. Is that true? Can anyone confirm or deny that? Okay, so I imagine they're probably just keeping a blue here. Okay, Glacial plus Conquer, Command Conquer makes sense. Might even just pay into it. We'll see. Trophy Shot's fine. Oh, they're not even going to go for the CNC. Okay, interesting. So now the question... I think we block the Sunken Treasure here. Get the gold generation up. Let's take... do you have anything else? I don't know about Zen, but when it's good, it does feel oppressive. Interesting. I've not had that experience against Boost Puffin. You still die like a brute. Interesting. Go ahead and do this. We might end up actually... Alright, in this case, I actually probably just want to play the blue now. If we draw like something we like don't care about, like a draw or something off the top, then we probably just discard that. We are going off an arsenal here, but sending 12 still pretty decent. And we still have like that last gold to kind of fall back on. We do have to be like very careful about our gold conservation from here, though. The nice part is we're going off an arsenal here, so the CNC is going to be pretty bad. Alright, hopefully these Fables can actually win us the game against the Jarl here. I feel like Heart is like particularly bad, though. By the way, love your Jarl videos. I got in on my friend getting the Dash Armory Precon and the Jarl Precon and letting me into Fab. Oh, you got into Fab because of the Jarl videos? That's very cool. But yeah, welcome to the Fab community. Hope you enjoy. I do think like the Jarl Armory deck was pretty cool. Or at least it seems like pretty popular. I think Dash was also like another popular choice. Get 3 cards here, which is not bad. But yeah, welcome in. Yeah, I just love the Fab community so much. A lot of cool people. So we can Loan Shark here. So we can salvage, pitch the Heart of Find. Oh, like, okay, the actual, like, this card is, like, not even, like, conceptually good in Marlynn, which is funny, because, like, in a lot of your Fatigue matchups, you're going to be ahead on life anyways. So this is basically just, like, it's not even a crack bubble blocks, right? Does it block? Can't remember. So this is, like, worse than the crack bubble. I guess we'll go ahead and crack a gold. I want to find an arrow here, ideally. But again, we do have to be very careful with our little gold pile here. So question is, are we okay if we whip here, or do we want to make a gold fin? I feel like making a gold fin is probably wise. How many arrows, I guess, do we have left in deck? We can do a little quick check. Let's take a look. So how many arrows have we seen? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A decent amount. So I think we actually probably should make a gold fin here, even if I do end up getting punished for it. Titanium Bauble is a blue 3 block. Oh, now we draw this hand. Boo. In this scenario, I think I'm still supposed to send. I guess we're just sending gold for next turn, which is fine. Unlucky. I just drew perfectly off the 3 oak. Hate to see it. They do still have quite a bit of armor we have to chew through. At least like we're ahead on the tempo front, which is probably the most important. And if they do like CNC us next turn, losing the Goldfin is not like that big of a loss. I feel like Plague Hive, there's maybe something to that. I don't know though. Like Plague Hive that's one sideboard slot is like a pretty good meme, but like I also don't know like who you bring it into because it's so like random, right? Feels like it should be good into Marionette, but like maybe not, and like it feels like it should maybe be good in Fatigue, but also maybe not. I don't know. Okay, how many Deer X have we worked through? We worked through 6 of them, and they have 1 more Fiddlers as well. We've actually eaten through quite a bit of them. Okay, Everbloom crumble, so they Everbloom play CNC, which is fine. I think we're winning. Hesitantly. We've had a couple little awkward draws, and they do have a lot of cards left. We have Heart of Fyendal on our deck, which is basically like infinite cards, right? Alright, so we let the Gulpin go. They're arseling the Everbloom. It's not even that bad. I actually kind of did us a favor there. Yeah, I think we're actually in like an okay spot here. So I want to ideally crack a gold to draw towards a pitch card here. A Lone Trick's not bad either. So now we can load this. The only issue is I do want to like arsenal the blue pin. I feel like setting up the gold pile is like pretty relevant though, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna set up the gold pile. We're gonna end up like taking 4 damage off of these. I think it's probably still worth it. So I missed the beginning. Is this Fatigue Marlynn or just because we're playing? Oh, so the quiver is I actually just like main deck the quiver. At least in my like serious list. So like you can actually use the quiver in a lot of like interesting ways. Like the most interesting way is you like filter 2 cards on turn 0 if your opponent like taps out of action points or whatever. But like there are some interesting applications of quiver into like Fatigue Pleiades, which is also like a pretty prevalent deck right now. So like it's a little bit of a meme, but like we're not like a Fatigue deck. We're more so just a deck that is playing a card that helps into Fatigue as just like a one-up sideboard slot. I don't like Quiver Wrestling Leaves as much in this particular deck because we are running triple drill shot, which is like a little bit awkward. I think if you're running Quiver in like a deck that's running like hamstrings and stuff, like the Quiver Wrestling Leaves is pretty reasonable because just hitting a random card off the top is sometimes pretty good. Full cover here, which makes sense. Still have that Everbloom in Arsenal and then an unknown card in hand. Make sure we're activating our Hammerhead every turn though. But yeah, I think the quiver has a lot of interesting applications right now. But yeah, we're probably gonna end up just taking 4 off these lines this turn. So this I think is a Goldfin hand, and then we can Arsenal Kraken at the end. Let's go ahead and load it. Load the Goldfin, play the pre-med. Again, we're trying to just click the Hammerhead button every turn. And just making sure we like don't take a turn off doing that is basically our kind of key game plan here. I actually think this matchup is like pretty favorite for us. It depends how many staunches they're running though. There are some variants of this that are playing like 6 staunch, like 3 red through blue, and then maybe that's a little bit rougher. But I think if they're on like a more normal list, it's like pretty. Like the stream for more harpoons or something. Maybe if enough people like the stream, we'll end up giving something, giving a little hint on the spoiler, or maybe not. Who knows? It depends on how many likes we get.
We're definitely not giving you a hint on this.
I'll give them like a letter of the spoiler, like a single letter in the
Somewhere
character
on the
Yeah, somewhere on the card itself.
Gee.
Yeah, so like the stream if you want a single letter for the spoiler Scrabble. Spoiler Scrabble. That's the new game everyone's playing. Oh, I didn't freeze. All right. So I guess we'll take a look at the. We might actually just like keep the ponder though. Okay, we're definitely keeping the ponder. I don't even think we're discarding the Kraken here. I think we're just taking 4 off the loans and then arsenaling this. Alright, we're fine with this because their damage is fake. Oh, so this is actually okay. This is actually a good hand to show off a little trick. So against Rampart decks, you have to actually be very careful. That letter is E. It's in the game. Could be an E. Yeah, if enough people like, we'll give away a singular letter. But the trick I actually want to showcase here is that against Rampart decks, it's actually correct to activate the Hammerhead before you do like the Rabble and stuff. It's one thing like pay attention to because closing chain is obviously awkward. That being said, if we didn't have an art like if we had the Codex in Arsenal instead of the Kraken, this would be a little bit worse. But this prevents them from like punishing us with the Rampart here, because now we can keep the combat chain open without like closing it basically. Spoiler, it's a card with 5 Triple Donnies printed on 1 card. Ooh, that's actually pretty close, I think.
Costs $10 billion.
Yeah, it costs 5 times as much as the riches on top of that. So yeah, this is why we did that, right? So in case they wanted to get us to like close chain, now we're doing this. Kaya should be annoying here though. We'll see. Get him Kraken. Yeah, we kind of stumbled a little bit in the early game, but we're kind of recovering, I think, a little bit now. The life totals are pretty even. We've chipped through a bit of armor. We still have the tempo, which is also nice. All right, how many people like the stream, Tegan? Is it enough? All right, if it's 25 likes.
I don't know. I have to refresh it.
Yeah, if it's 20.
Making me touch this.
All right, if it's 25 likes, we'll go ahead. I'll give you a letter.
We got 10 likes.
We got 10 likes. All right,
like and subscribe.
those are rookie numbers. We gotta pump those numbers up.
At Donnie Dynamo.
At Donnie Dynamo.
Is that person related to Donnie Darko?
Oh, that's actually a very funny name.
Because people are
Donnie
related
Dynamo.
based on their
Hold the
names.
line. Okay, interesting. Sure. At least our hand kind of like doesn't do anything. Or they said 3, right? In Arsenal sync. Could be worse. Our Fables will win in the end. This hand's on. So I think we have to like make a gold here to just not discard the Codex. So they have Sink Below, which we know about. How many 3-Oaks have we seen? Seen all of our 3-Oaks, so their hold lines are actually pretty bad now, right? Make a gold here to discard it, and then we play the gold to tip. You have to be a little bit careful about our gold, but we should be coming back around to our riches pretty soon here. So we might not actually like need all that much gold generation from here on out. Okay, so they stopped the ponder token, which is fine. We didn't really need the ponder token. And then do we want to send Kraken or the Shark? I think let's just go ahead and just send Shark. Care more about their attacks than their non-attacks, really. So that Ripple kind of did nothing. Ish. I guess it does prevent the gold from the King Shark on top of that. Could be worse. I've been seeing like a lot of Ripple away, which is probably a bad sign for us. Card's pretty good. The first game we played tonight where they stopped our what was it, the Lone Shark with double Ripple away, that was kind of hilarious. 2 for 3, they're still sitting on a sink. Alright, so they are on some number of staunches. That's good info. How many reacts have we? Still have 2 more, or this is a sink, right? So we have 1 more sink, 1 more shelter, 1 more fiddlers. Okay, we can do it. It's not over till it's over. And we still have the quiver too. So we got some stuff. But it's a good hand. Alright. We do also have a Sea Lace for what it's worth. It's not a ton, but somewhat relevant. Ripple Away has been a Florian tech card, so now that he's LO'd, I think it's okay. Yeah, like, how good was Ripple Away in the Florian? I guess it's like okay, right?
It's okay.
I feel like I thought that was like more of like a gravy card.
I mean, I played it in Florida.
Yeah. Does Jarl ever actually make frostbites, or is it just a block pile, CLF, and fellings? Like sometimes you'll make random frostbites from like Eisen or whatever, but like for the most part, the reason that people aren't playing the ice cards is that they kind of like go against the fatigue plan, right? So like the fatigue plan basically wants to like trade card for card. So if you're slowing your opponent down and making them pitch a card, you're not actually like getting a card out of the deck. You're basically like going -1 card in your deck to make them go -1 card in hand, but +1 card in deck, if that makes sense. So like the ice cards actually like really clash a lot with the fatigue plan. So like that's why a lot of Jarl lists just like aren't running it right now. For better or for worse, obviously. But like that's kind of like the main reason that a lot of them have come off it. So we have sync plus maybe something else. Let's take a look at what they got. Assuming probably no attacks or whatever. Alright, so this is a non-attack hand. So I guess they're maybe gonna go for the Terra Center here. They could also go for like a CLF or whatever. They have some options. They go for Terra though, it's like not even that good, right? I feel like it's kind of like not actually a good hit at Terra Center. But yeah, Jarl like sometimes makes frostbites. It's more so just like the deck is very fatigue oriented right now. Alright, so it looks like they are gonna go for the CLF play here instead. Sense. So we might actually have to end up just going for like a normal trophy shot here. We might have to like discard one of our salvages, which is a little awkward. So you have to pay 1 into that. Alright, let's count our resources here first before we do anything dumb. So this costs 3, this costs 1, which means 4. We discard either a random card or the pre-med. We can't play the pre-med this turn. But we do have the Codex, but this costs 1 more. And we can't use this. I think this still works, but we're probably more likely than not discarding the pre-med here. Alternative option is we just double salvage pitching the Codex, which would set us up in kind of like an interesting spot for a later turn. Interesting. Could also just take the opportunity to quiver as well. Thinking on this for a second. I feel like it's actually maybe better to just like not try to play through this. So we pitch here. And then we just like pitch to quiver. I think that makes maybe a little bit more sense. Let's take a little off turn here. Let's go ahead and shuffle back here, and then let's grab I guess a blue pin. Seems good. Again, they shouldn't have a ton of pressure, really. E-Strike is probably like one of their best extenders, I guess. They go 5 into like Hammer Swing or something. They used all their CNCs. They maybe have like a Macho or a Glacial or whatever. I think they still have that Sync Blow in Arsenal, right? Or it's an Everbloom. It might. I can't remember if it's Everbloom or Sync Blow. I think they played. Did they play the Everbloom? I can't remember. Someone remind me. They're getting pretty even on the life total race. You have to be a little bit careful. The nice part is at least they're not keeping this around, so next turn we do get to kind of rip for free. Yeah, let's go ahead and just take our 4. Again, we should get to the point in the game where we can always kind of control our life total. So, like, even though we're technically at a lower life total here, like, we do have the tempo. Alright, let's go for the trophy here. So I assume we're probably discarding Gulfin. Rich is a great draw, which we knew about if we were checking our pitch. Go ahead and fire off the pin. I think they still do have that Blow in Arsenal, if I remember correctly. I don't think they played it, right? I think this is still sync, I guess. But it's been a long game. I could be misremembering.
Jarl.
Jarl.
Carl.
Does Jarl make frostbites? Who knows? I do wish they used his hero text a little bit more. I'm assuming Pen is probably gonna answer a lot of those like problems though. Peen, as they say in New Zealand, peen. Okay. So what do we got here? Triple Oasis. So we have like 1 to 2 staunches left to worry about, 2 sink blows left to worry about, 1 shelter left. At least the nice part is their balance shouldn't be getting a ton of value at this point in the game. Interesting game. I think we're still kind of favored, but maybe it's like a little bit cope. Depends like how many times they're able to swing this Titan's Fist again. Like we could definitely get into like the kind of like Death Spiral, Kodachi Lock type of thing. Alright, so we got dodge this turn, I assume. Sync, which we knew about. Plus another one here, plus another D-React or something. They did bottom a card, which is... Alright, so they have double sync plus... Makes sense. Just need to make sure we're not like dying to like dominate Macho. How many Machos, I guess, they... Oh, they used all their Machos. Good info. I guess they can always like remember what's in the back if we are concerned about that. They do have Okins, I guess, too. Okins that we've seen. They do have to be a bit careful here. Oh, Plaguehive's here. So I think I don't want to take too much more damage. I think I just want to stop taking damage right around now. And then we should be able to live through at least 1 dominated Oaken. Trophy shot. What's the idea behind Crown of Province in the sideboard? That's mainly just for Gravy. So it's for going Gravy, playing against Gravy if you're going first. If you're going second, I just run the other Crown. But it basically gives you like an advantage if you already have an advantage, so you can kind of like afford to cut it if you want to. Let's go ahead and make a Goldfin here. And then we want to crack a gold, so we're going a little bit gold negative here. That maybe is okay. Alright, I'm sure that Frailty token's gonna put in some work. And then let's arsenal the Goldfin. Let's do our trick of activating here, right? Go ahead and pitch the Sunken here. Gravel. Gravel should be coming in for at least 2 here, right? Alright, got the 3 on it, which is... Now we get to send 6 on the back. But yeah, that's kind of like the core idea behind Crown, is like it gives you an advantage if you're already in an advantageous position against Gravy. Which often you're not, but sometimes it's relevant.
Winning more.
It's a win more in a situation where you're already kind of winning. So like it's definitely cuttable, but like it's also nice to have like a second headpiece in the case where you're like playing it's like a Marlynn or like some random thing. Like running another headpiece for Marlynn is also kind of reasonable. They gave up on the Oaken Crumble there, which is terrifying. Huh. Do they have another one? Could be in danger here. Okay, so how many Okens? We've only seen the 1 Oaken. We're definitely getting into kind of like danger territory here still. But I don't want to play like too scared. Could be correct to start giving up the armor. Alternative play is we go for like the drill shot. The problem is Rampart, obviously. Like giving this with Go again with Sea Lace is like not even good. Spot. Go ahead and maybe just try to arsenal the Redfin here and like just give up on Tunic. I think that's fine. We're probably at a point where the Tunic's not actually getting that value. We're actually still dying to Oaken in this position. I think maybe this isn't even good. I think we're just accepting we're dead to Oaken. Let's go ahead and crack gold and see. Oh. Yeah, I think we are dead to Oaken. Tie on top is, I guess, potentially good. Maybe a Horrifying Doll can save us. Maybe that's the actual answer. Maybe we're running too many Fables. Yeah, it's basically that's the core idea, is it's a safeguard against Conqueror. But like it's not good if you're like the issue with it is like if your opponent goes first, plays out like a Chum on turn one, and you don't have a way to like load and kill it, you kind of like lose the game on the spot. So you can't like play it into uh Gravy going first and second, you know what I mean? You have to only like play it if you're going first, right? That's kind of the idea. Is Marlynn a disruptive deck? I think she's pretty disruptive. I think a lot of her disruption does struggle into the current meta, but like that's generally her kind of like core game plan, right? Is you want to be pretty disruptive. All right, they gave up Tunic here, which is interesting. Might be dead. Don't Oaken me? They have 2 Okens left. So we're very dead to Oaken. At least you have Tipple here. Tipple's not good though. Or Tipple's fine actually. Depends what they send, obviously. Yeah, I think the deck constitutes being pretty disruptive. What are they remembrancing back? I feel like this is not going to be a game that's really decided by deck size. It's more going to be decided, I think, by one person killing the other at this point. So we need to keep them off Oaken. The biggest thing. If they resolve an Oaken, we die. But we should actually be doing a pretty good job of doing that here with the Redfin into King Shark. It's like if they're just sending Fist, we can actually, I think, get there. I think the biggest punt this game from my side was trying to send the Yellowfin on turn 0. It was probably correct there to actually just like pass and like keep that gold hanging around. That being said, we did get rolled by them blowing up our hook, which is not great, but could be better. How many reacts? All right, so we've seen all of the small reacts, and then we have potentially one last staunch we have to worry about. So if we can get around that last staunch, we're actually probably in business. All right, last Fiddler is there. And we did actually get a CNC out of them, so I guess it's not bad. All right, we have dealt some damage. The funny thing, I guess, is their heart doesn't trigger here. Oh, but our heart does. Insane value. Damn. All right, we got him good here. So, or no, I guess the issue is obviously you have to like. All right, so our heart doesn't even trigger either. Wow, that's so sad. I guess this card's bad. Unlucky. At least you get to send another 10 here, which keeps them off Oaken, which we have our Heart of Fyendal now. I think with the normal configuration of Marlin, this matchup's very favored. I don't know about this particular deck. This deck kind of sucks. Alright, so we might be seeing the Staunch here. Okay, so that's what they were sitting on for a while. At least they should not have Oaken in this spot, though. Might have like a CNC or something. Oh, we can probably block a CNC pretty okay. Yep. Cool, let's go ahead. Getting pretty low in terms of cards. I guess we should actually hold on to the arrows. Or no, I guess there's no... I guess we should hold on. So the question here is whether or not I'm supposed to start making gold fins. I feel like the answer is probably yes, right? We're getting to the point where like we're gonna start making infinite gold with riches, hypothetically. Alright, hopefully that was the last staunch. If we have another staunch to work through, I think we're probably in danger. This is a close one. But we should be coming back around to our riches at some point pretty soon. And if we can take like an Oaken or a Conch here, I think we're or a CNC here. I guess they've already used their CNCs. They do have 3 Okens left in the deck, which is terrifying. But they shouldn't theoretically be able to hold an Oaken and resolve it in the spot. I don't know. Close. They need to keep like multiple cards to do that, right? Is the issue. Like they need to keep a blue, the Ice Earth Fuse, and then they need to keep the Oaken as well. So look, yeah, like in this spot they can't keep it, right? So there's their hold. It's fine. So if they have like another Oaken, okay, so they have the Pulse here now. Okay, we do still have to worry about that. This hand's like surprisingly okay. Because it doesn't mean they have to give us another... I guess they can give us the Rampart here. Actually, there is a scenario. So if they blue here... So if their hand is like Oaken, blue, Ice Earth Fuse, then we're, I think, dead. But if they don't have that, and they can just... They need a lot of blues, which I guess they should have at this point in the game. Yeah, they can definitely kill us here. There's also Terra Sunder, which is not like an immediate kill, but probably... It's to a kill. Yeah, we're not out of the woods yet. It very much depends on like what hand they're drawing at this point. Because if they can live here and then also resolve like an Oaken or like a Terra Sunder, we're probably in bad shape. So they D-React here, which is fine. We put them to 1. And now we need them to not kill us. Please? One time? Oh, we might be dead. Okay, we're not dead. Good for us. We have the Sunken Treasure. We also have the Plague Hive, which is not necessarily good with the Codex, but could be fine. Oh, there's their... They have a Sigil as well. Oh, we haven't kept track of... Okay, that was the last Sigil. This is still sketch. Alright, so I think we need a block with the Sunken, and then... Oh, what do we even do here? If we go to 1, what happens? Go to what? They buy back Oaken. Huh. So I think we need to like cycle this Plague Hive into... It's so weird. I guess the answer is we do this. And we just discard card. So I don't think we care about the Everbloom loop, right? They're kind of like... I think they have 2 Everblooms there, so... Stop anything? Okay. Hello, how's it going? This has been a close game. I think we made some mistakes this game. I will say that. So we're gonna get a random card to just discard here. Oh, Bloodrock could be huge. Oh, actually, Rabble also could be really big. So let's... Actually might be the perfect draw. They might still be able to Rampart here, but that's fine. At least we'll make it like kind of unappealing for them to do this. Oh, also, I have Vidya being a nuts draw off the top. Okay, they're just gonna use the Overcrowded here. Awkward thing is, I guess they're buying back an Overcrowded. It's awkward. They can get one from Arsenal. Little... We're gonna do the King Shark here. How many Ice Earth have we seen? I think they just have that one last Crumble here. At least the nice part is I don't think they can keep a hand to resolve an Oakenold, which is at least kind of advantageous to us. So now they need to figure out, so they overcredit block, they block 5 on this, and then they have to give us one other thing. Right? And then they also have to like pay for the Blood Rod too. Interesting. That Plague Hive actually might have won us the game, which is very funny. Plague Hive won us the game. That's the new clickbait. Looks like they're gonna go for the rampart. Interesting. How do they live this though? They take one. Okay, so they have to pay into the blood rod here. And I have Ophidia is obviously very fun. Skip that. Alright, we found our fables. Problem is that the fables are not good in this position, especially hard. So we actually have to find an arrow that we can play off the top. And I think that's our ticket out of here. I need any arrow. Okay, that is an arrow we will take. So we bought, I think we bought on the tipple, right? I don't think Heart is very good in this deck. Is Plague Hive the new meta, not clickbait? Yeah, that's the flush and bad thumbnail. So we might as well just pitch it. I guess we're pitching both of these, right? Check out that $5,000 pitch right there. How about that? Oh, how do you get the alt art? I think I'm a Talshar like a sub or like I think it's up to their Patreon or whatever. Because they do a lot of good work, so give them a little money. Oh, did we win? Did we win? Yes. I had like weird little green screen wings there. One time? Come on. Yeah, let's go. Fables OP, as you can see by our pitch here. What is this? It's like $1,000 pitch zone? Something like that. Wait, well, Heart's like 200. I is like 500. And Tie is like 200 to 300, right? Alright, $1,000 pitch zone with the this is how you win. Pay to win, right? That was a pretty okay, so do we want to do one more chat? How are we feeling? One more or we call it there? I think we do have dinner as well.
Yeah, I mean dinner's very close to being ready.
Okay, I think we have dinner. Alright, we're gonna call it there. So yeah, anyways, for the low price of $2,000, you can afford to play this Rent Payment Marlin, which is yeah, I think I don't know. So like actually, I think there is some merit to Plague Hive. I don't think there's like any merit to Heart of Final because like all the fatigue matchups, like you're gonna be ahead on life. So like this card is actually just like a no block in your deck, which is kind of funny. But I feel like the Plague Hive actually is like kind of interesting, right? Like you can Plague Hive plus Riches and just like RNG into Blood Rots. I guess it's kind of funny. I don't know. I feel like this card is still like too inconsistent to play though. It is cool though. Also, the art on this card is like a banger as well. Oh yeah, you got Mark Poole doing that art. I think I don't know. I don't know if there's anything here. I think this is just a meme. But anyways, thank you all for stopping by in the stream. Hope you all enjoyed. But yeah, we're gonna go and probably eat dinner because that's probably coming out of the oven pretty soon. And yeah, I think if you want to like actually play like the real Marlin deck, just cut the fables or like the two important fables. Let me actually go ahead and relink that other video I had. So where was that fit? Hold on, let me take a look.
Mention Fab Foundry.
Oh yeah, don't forget to go to Fab Foundry and buy cards so that we get money for Fab Foundry cards.
No, do the actual plug.
All right, the actual plug. Go support Fab Foundry. They're also going to be sponsoring a ton of events. They're sponsoring Pro Tour Las Vegas, right?
Yep, they're sponsoring. They're running Pro Tour Las Vegas.
So that's going to be a really cool event. I think they're also doing like a couple of Battle Hardens coming up as well. But anyway,
they did call in Columbus.
Yeah, they did call in Columbus. I think they have a couple more events coming up. But anyways, yeah, go check out Fab Foundry events. I think they have like an events page as well that you can kind of go check out.
And use our promo code.
And use our promo code, which is on the screen above. You can see it. So go use that promo code if you want cards. And yeah, I think with that, we'll go ahead and wrap it up there. So thank you all, and we'll